Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Pahrump Early Learning Academy, where we are more than just childcare.
Hi, I'm Monique Mitchell with KPVM Television. My children attend Pella and they love it. The curriculum they have is pretty amazing, and my children learn what they need at their level.
Not only are the children learning, they're having fun, and that's what matters.
I like Pella. They help you with your homework, and it's fun.
Give us a call today to tour our facility at 751-5335.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget.
Tonight on News 46, a driver and passenger flee the scene of an accident. Several trail rides benefit a therapeutic ranch, and the American Red Cross is giving away smoke alarms. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Thursday, December 4th, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. Two occupants fled a truck they borrowed from a friend after crashing it in a yard on the corner of Barney Street and McMurray Drive.
This accident report is brought to you by Half Price Lawyers, located on the corner of Basin and 160. Call 775-400-0000.
A single vehicle accident at approximately 3 a.m. this morning prompted Pahrump Valley Farm Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's deputies to the scene on McMurray. The resident of this home reported that a pickup truck had entered into her yard, smashed down her fence, hit her propane tank, and the two occupants inside the vehicle fled the scene. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies arrived on scene to find the pickup truck still in the yard, which sustained moderate damage as well as the propane tank. The propane company was dispatched to the scene to check out the condition of the tank. Additional deputies were dispatched who located both the driver and the passenger of the pickup truck on a nearby street. The truck was reportedly borrowed from a friend. The driver of the truck was arrested for fleeing the scene of an accident, and further charges are pending. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And News 46 will return in just a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Welcome back to News 46. The second story of the three-story Holiday Inn Express is almost complete. The construction of the 103-room hotel on Highway 160 on the property of Gold Town Casino has been going smoothly. An official sign was put up today anticipating the late spring 2015 date of completion. Protest occurred once again following a grand jury's decision yesterday not to indict a New York officer who, on camera, used a chokehold on a suspect named Eric Garner. The chokehold is banned by the New York Police Department. The suspect had asthma and died shortly after the incident. Garner, who was 43 years old, 350 pounds, and the father of 6 children, told police during the scuffle that he couldn't breathe when he was being restrained. Police made contact with Garner for allegedly illegally selling cigarettes. The question of whether body cameras on officers make a difference is now a discussion. The main reason for the protest appears to be the fact that the officer involved in this case is white and the suspect is black. Here's Ron Chase with Nevada Public Auction.
Today's auction news is brought to you by Nevada Public Auction.
We have a huge auction this Saturday. Auction starts at noon. We're open our doors at 9 o'clock, so you can come down for a preview. The warehouse, again, is just full of nice Depression glass, old Fenton stuff, a Dragon collection, early Americana items, a lot of nice coins, jewelry, tons of turquoise jewelry, a lot of sterling silver. Again, something for everybody this weekend.
And you even have some Christmas items.
Yeah, we do. We have at least 2 large lots of Christmas displays, some indoor stuff, some outdoor stuff, and then we have 1 artificial tree, and this giant 9-foot paddock tree behind me is all for sale. So yeah, there's some Christmas items too.
So people can come to the auction to bid on those too?
That is correct. This will all be for sale this Saturday at noon.
One of the things I noticed, you seem to have a large collection of some dolls over here.
There's some some vintage dolls, some old F&Bs and other nice antique type dolls. There's a lot of new stuff too for like gift items, action figures and whatnot. So lots of stuff. Something for everybody again, and tons of coins again for all the coin collectors. A lot of Louis Vuitton stuff, gold coins, silver coins, key dates, Carson Cities. Again, just a large selection of merchandise.
Nice leather jackets.
Yeah, there's about a half a dozen lots of leather jackets there. A couple nice Harley Davidson leather vests. So yeah, it's getting a little colder outside. We got a jacket for you.
You seem to have some new monitors here to let people see the items up close.
We do. I try to do some small upgrades to the auction once a week. So yeah, we have at least 4 monitors now. So when we're doing the auction, you can see a slideshow almost anywhere where you're sitting.
But people can see the items ahead of time, right? They can come on down and see them in person right here at Nevada Public Auction?
That is true. So preview is all day Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're located at 800 Margaret Street. The phone number here is 751-4867. And you can get some pictures on the internet too at auctionnv.com.
And also Saturday morning?
Saturday morning, again, auctions at noon, but we open doors at 9 o'clock for preview.
Today's auction news is brought to you by Nevada Public Auction.
Thanks so much, Ron. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun this Saturday. Governor Brian Sandoval said he'll ask Nevada agencies to scale back their budget requests after the state's economic forum predicted less tax revenue than many had hoped. State agencies had requested $7.7 billion over the next 2 years, but in reality, it should be more like $6.3 billion. Sandoval issued a statement saying the state's revenue structure isn't built to meet the demands of the state's changing economy and growing population. The estimates come a month after voters overwhelmingly rejected a ballot measure that would raise taxes on businesses to fund education. And Nye County may be facing a major budget shortfall at the end of the fiscal year, which is next June. County Manager Pam Webster discussed the issue at this week's BOCC meeting. She said they will still need to look at the revenue, which is sales tax and personal property tax. She warns that there could be a $1 million to $1.8 million shortfall. She said she will know more at the next meeting. The remedy would be only a reduction in expenditures, that there would not be any employee buyouts, and possibly layoffs could be on the horizon. Commissioners are hoping for $3 million from the government after January for Yucca Mountain. Despite the budget, there are still 4 open positions in Nye County in law enforcement. News 46 will be back in just a moment. And several trail rides are scheduled to benefit Freedom Reigns Ranch.
Freedom Reigns Ranch is a vision that my family has had for many, many years. And so we opened up at the 1st of April. And what it is we want to reach families and kids specifically that are underprivileged, special needs, whether they have the ability to be around horses or not. There's a lot of kids that have nothing to do in the area. And what we believe is horses can change lives. They can reach the heart of a kid if they feel lonely, if they have self-confidence issues, if they have physical problems, they can get help through our ranch.
And so this is your chosen charity for these trail rides.
That's correct.
So people can participate in the trail rides and donate, help donate. And if they don't have a horse, can they still participate?
Right. On the 13th, we're going to do Christmas the Cowboy Way out of the hub, which is on Bella Vista. It's $20 for the ride. We do the ride, we come back and we have lunch. We're having hamburgers, coleslaw, and cowboy beans. And every dime that we make on that day goes toward the ranch.
You have 3 rides scheduled?
Oh, okay. Well, the first ride is this weekend at your ranch.
Yes, correct. It's December 6th, and it is a moonlight ride for riders with horses. They're supposed to be ready to saddle up and be on the trail at 4 for a moonlight ride. We also have a wagon that we're going to do hay rides for those that do not have a horse. They can still participate in that with the dinner and the hay ride for $10. And for horse and rider, it's $20. And there's going to be bonfire and hot chocolate and music and other things afterwards as well.
And the other rides?
On the 13th, at the hub, we're doing it. And we're also going to have, well, it's $20 for horse and rider. If you don't have a horse, going to do a hay ride, so you get the hay ride and a lunch for 10. Or anybody that shows up over there, if they want to make a donation, we welcome it.
Tell me about the other events.
And the third one is going to be at our ranch, Freedom Range Ranch, on the 20th. And that one is going to be a trail course for horse and rider. And it's also going to have a costume contest for horse and rider. And that is going to start, I believe the time frame for that is 10 o'clock. That may be a little bit different, but I believe it's 10 o'clock is what we talked about before. But we'll give you more information later on.
For more information on all this, they can give you guys a call and to get all the details?
Correct. You can call me at 513-3790, or I believe Ken.
You can call me at 775-513-6216.
Well, let's join Josh at Great Computer Deals.
Hi, this is Josh Osborne with Great Computer Deals, located right here in Pahrump, Nevada. It's time for another quick tutorial.
Do you ever get tired of seeing the same picture on your desktop wallpaper? Wouldn't it be cool to use your own custom photo? Here's how you can easily do it yourself. Normally when you click a mouse, you left click, but this time we're going to right click anywhere on the desktop and choose Personalize. In Personalize, you can pick from a selection of beautiful themes that include multiple wallpapers, but this time we'll choose Desktop Background. Now your computer wants to know where it can find the image you'd like to use. Click the Browse button to find it. Once you find your image and select it, choose Save Changes and you're all set.
Are you still having issues with your computer? We can help you. Come down to our store. We're located on Highway 372 across from Big O Tires. Or give us a call, 775-990-8833.
Thanks so much, Josh. Saturday, there will be a low-cost veterinary clinic held from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. at Shadow Mountain Feed, located on the corner of Leslie and Bella Vista. Also, Shadow Mountain Feed is inviting the public to bring their pets and kids to come down to meet Santa from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Saturday. Come get your picture taken with your pet and Santa at Shadow Mountain Feed. The American Red Cross will be giving out free smoke alarms soon. Red Cross representatives have tips for staying safe this holiday season and all year long.
On December 13th, 2014, the American Red Cross is partnering with the Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue to install smoke alarms in the Pahrump Valley area.
How can people get involved in this?
We will be going door to door on December 6th and distributing flyers so that people can call and contact us to actually come out and install smoke alarms in their house.
Would one residence be getting more than one of these smoke alarms?
We're going to base that number on the availability of alarms and the need of the household.
Let's talk about the importance of having smoke alarms in your home.
We believe that having smoke alarms in the house is the first and primary way to alert individuals if there's a hazard in their house, if a fire starts, and it can ultimately save lives.
This is going to be free to the public?
It is absolutely free and no charge to the public whatsoever.
So they can give a call to the Fire and Rescue or to you guys to get on this list if they don't get a flyer?
Correct. They can call the American Red Cross of Southern Nevada, or they can contact the Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Department.
And then if people have their smoke alarms already and they're fully equipped, let's talk about the care, maintenance, and kind of keeping those things so that we know that they're going.
Well, most smoke alarms need batteries that are changed once a year. Some of the alarms that we plan on installing have 10-year non-tamper batteries, but we will actually go into the house and check the batteries, and we're also providing disaster education and planning a emergency plan with the residents when we go into the house to do that.
How should you test your smoke alarm?
Basically, there's a test button on each smoke alarm, and you just want to push that button, make sure that it's working properly.
And also, is there a certain type that a person should purchase?
Any alarm is better than no alarm in our book.
And authorities say some flights coming into Las Vegas have been delayed by more than 3 hours after heavy fog shut down arrivals at McCarran International Airport this morning. The Federal Aviation Administration ordered a ground stop for landings about 6:30 this morning, though planes were still able to take off. McCarran says the order was lifted at 9:45 a.m., but some arriving flights were still delayed about 3 hours and 30 minutes. Crews say anyone flying today should expect delays, and travelers should check flight plans with individual airlines. Here's Courtney Salmon with Weekend Sports.
Weekend Sports is brought to you by Wolfenstein Construction. The Pahrump Valley High School boys basketball team played their first non-division game of the season on Tuesday against Sunrise Mountain in Las Vegas. They unfortunately are off to a tough start as they lost their game 69-39. This is the second year the boys have been coached by John Toomer, whose first season as the varsity head coach ended with only one win against Western. Toomer and the varsity boys are looking to have a much stronger performance this year. Their next game will be Monday at Bonanza High School at 6:30 p.m. The Pahrump Valley High School girls basketball team started their season today as they traveled to the Lake Mead Holiday Classic to compete against West Wendover at 12:30. They will continue their tournament play Friday against Boulder City at 2 p.m. Pahrump Wrestling is looking strong this year, with 8 state competitors from last year returning. Pahrump won the regional championship last year and sent 11 wrestlers to the state championship meet. Their first league match will be next Thursday at Pahrump Valley High School against Sierra Vista. The UNLV Running Rebels basketball team got their second loss of the season yesterday against the Arizona University Sun Devils. UNLV looked strong by halftime with a 15-point lead and shooting 38% from the three-point line. However, UNLV couldn't get any of their shots to fall in the second half, shooting only 24% from the field. ASU shot 58% from the three-point line in the first half and 43% from the field in the second half. ASU defeated UNLV 77-55. This has been Weekend Sports. I'm Courtney Salmon with News 46.
The Employment Security Division held a public hearing Wednesday to allow members of the public and business community to comment on the proposed unemployment insurance tax rate increase from 1.95% to 2%, which will go into effect January 1st, 2015. The Employment Security Council recommended the increase in October. State laws require the Employment Security Division administrator to establish the tax rate each year by adopting a regulation after receiving input from the Employment Security Council and interested members of the public. State officials are set to release the results of an audit examining the cost of having the death penalty in Nevada. Officials with the Legislative Council Bureau's Audit Division are expected to unveil their findings at a meeting in Carson City. Governor Brian Sandoval had vetoed a similar bill in 2011, but signed the 2013 version after saying it addressed fairness concerns he had with the original proposal. The Nevada Coalition Against the Death Penalty says the audit will be in line with similar studies elsewhere that find it's far more expensive to have capital punishment than to cap sentences at a life in prison. Nevada has not executed a prisoner since 2006. A gun rights group wants Nevada's elections chief to throw out a proposed ballot measure to tighten background checks for anyone buying firearms from private sellers or gun show exhibitors. Nevadans for State Gun Rights says the initiative proponents missed a deadline to deliver signatures to one county clerk. The group also says some signature dates don't match up and some pages don't have proper signature gatherers' affidavits. Clerks in the state's 17 counties have until today to sample and report any petition irregularities. Nevadans for Background Checks says it delivered nearly 247,000 signatures November 12th to qualify its measure for the November 2016 ballot. State officials say Nevada gambling revenue was down 4% in October compared with the same month a year ago. The Nevada Gaming Control Board reported that the state's casinos pulled in $914 million last month. Revenues are down 3% in the first 4 months of the fiscal year. While details are emerging about what kinds of federal benefits might be available to immigrants covered by President Barack Obama's recent executive order, the rules surrounding state benefits in Nevada remains murky. Officials say it's still unclear whether immigrants granted temporary legal status are eligible for a Nevada law license or a teaching license. Immigrants who are in the country illegally can apply for permission to drive through Nevada's year-old driver authorization card program. More than 2,200 cars cards have been issued as of the end of October. Once immigrants receive work permits, they can obtain a full-fledged driver's license. Immigrants will not be able to apply for welfare or food stamps. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Thursday, December 4th. Today we had partly cloudy skies with a high of 61 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 58 degrees. Winds were coming from the west today at 4 miles per hour with gusts up to 7 miles per hour. The UV index today was 1, which is low. Humidity was at 64% today. Sunrise was at 6:40 a.m. and the record high in 1939 was 76 degrees. Tonight we'll have partly cloudy skies with a low of 46 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 40 degrees. Winds will be coming from the east-northeast this evening at 2 miles per hour with gusts up to 5 miles per hour, so we should be having some low winds. Humidity will be at 79%. Sunset was at 4:30 this evening, and the record low in 1948 was 24 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have cloudy skies with a high of 63 degrees and a low of 45 degrees. Winds will be coming from the east-southeast at 4 miles per hour with gusts up to 6 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 64%. Sunrise will be at 6:41 tomorrow morning, and the UV index will be 2, which is low. 4 hours, 7-day forecast. Again, we'll be having cloudy skies tomorrow, but then after that, it looks like we're in for a partly cloudy next 7 days or so. Your high temperatures will be starting off in the low 60s. They'll be going up into the mid 60s around this weekend, and they'll be pretty constant in those mid 60s across these next 7 days. Your low temperatures will be starting off in the mid 40s. They'll be dropping down into the low 40s, and then they'll be going back up into the mid 40s around mid next week.
Thanks so much, Noah. Here are some shots of Mount Charleston from earlier today, taken from the area of Basin Avenue. The clouds parted this afternoon for just a short time for our own Darby O'Donnell to get some photos of the beautiful view of the snow-capped mountain. And this time of year brings sorrow to those who've lost loved ones. A new grief group will be open to the community and will be held on the second and fourth Monday of every month at 10 a.m. at St. Martin's in the Desert Episcopal Church. The first meeting will be held on December 8th. The church is located at 631 West Irene Street. For more information, you can give them a call at 537-1115. And St. Martin's in the Desert Episcopal Church, in partnership with Nye Communities Coalition, is sponsoring a teen night on December 5th, which is tomorrow, from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Nye Communities Coalition's Activities Center, located at 1020 East Wilson Road. This free activity is open to middle school through high school age students and includes an evening of games, karaoke, food, and fun. For more information, please call the Nye Communities Coalition office at 727-9970 or Julie Platson at 537-1115. And that's going to do it for this edition of News 46 from everyone up here at KPVM-TV. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.